Yo, what's up? Check this out. Alright, first of all, I cleaned up the first two level prototypes that I've been working on. So basically exactly what I was talking about yesterday. Oh, sorry, 1 second. What I was talking about yesterday with just expanding the rooms, that was definitely a good call. It was mainly just that the spacing was not enough spacing between the enemies, and that's what was making it so messy, but it feels a lot better now. So I'll do a quick run here. And I did this for both levels, expanding things a bit. It feels great. Maybe that one room. There seems to be a bug there where sometimes those guys get stuck not doing anything. Not sure what the deal with that is. I have to figure it out. So yeah, it can still get messy, but I feel like now the messiness comes more from like if you make it messy, you know? Like if you don't really plan your approach and then you kind of panic and you're like, oh. Hey, what did I miss? Oh, right, this whole side. Alright, anyway. So yeah, that's feeling much better. And I think the spacing's good enough, so I can always change the enemy placements around too if it's necessary once I come back and really properly balance all of this. Oh. But yeah, that room was pretty messy before. It's feeling way better now. This one is still kind of crazy, but I like it that way. It's easy enough. But yeah, just the overall feeling of playing now with these enemy types who block you all the time, it is it just feels very like fight-like. I don't know how to explain it any better. Feels legit, you know what I mean? Like it's no longer just target practice going through the enemies. It feels like a real intense fight, which is exactly what I wanted. Elevates the game as you progress and also gets way harder. See, those two guys froze there for a second. I gotta figure out why they do that. Alright, I got it this time. Let's finish this off. Oh, shit. Sorry, I wanted to get a full combo there. Oh, yeah. Oh. Alright. This time for sure, 100%. No mistakes. Oh, fuck me. Hold on. Okay. I'm just being silly now. Oh my goodness. What am I doing? No, okay. Clicking faster. My brain's working faster than my clicking can keep up. Oh, fuck me, man. There we go. Oh, that was... Fuck me. Screwed that up. Bro. What am I even doing right now? As usual, good sign that I enjoyed playing this. I like playing it so much I don't mind retrying a million times. It's kind of like my litmus test for whether the level is fun. If I find myself playing it over and over again just for the fun of it. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Oh my god, dude. I was being too much of a show off there. Should have just ended it. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. I promise I'll get to explaining what else I worked on in a second. I will beat this. Oh my god, dude. Why am I so bad? Okay, okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. Alright. Come on. I'm stupid. Oh my god. Oh my god, I got caught on the fucking corner of the wall. Okay, well that one is something that won't happen when the actual proper level art is in. Because the doors will be flush with the walls. Because right now there's a bit of a corner. Yeah, that's right, buddy. Okay. Why did I do that? Like, what am I saying? Okay. 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 Alright, here we go. This is it, boys, right here. This is the end. Yeah, yeah. Come on. Alright. Oh, boy. Alright, so it's dope as hell. Okay, so yeah, I just expanded the spaces and played around with that, and I think it's feeling much better. It's intense. It's fun. It'll definitely need some balancing, but it's good. I'm happy with it. And what was the other thing I worked on? Oh yes, minor thing. I didn't like how I was noticing sometimes, like when you kill the guys, the death sprite that would end up on the ground. It was totally random before. It just like selects from randomly from three different possible sprites. So sometimes it could happen that you'd end up with the same sprite getting selected over and over again, and you'd have a room with just like the same exact corpse sprite on the ground, like 5 of them. I really didn't like that, so I just added a little sort logic to randomize the sprite corpses more so that there isn't anywhere near as much repetition. And finally, the last thing that I was talking about yesterday, the second enemy for this act. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the design for him, and well, I came up with something. I was blasted with inspiration. So, as I was saying, I wanted to make something that was like an evolution or a spin on the dashing enemy from the first act. And the first act, let's take a look at that. So these guys, right? And the way they work, super simple. On an interval, every half a second or so, they dash at you. So they're like, and if you dash at them while they're in the middle of a dash, they'll parry you, and so you have to turn back around and slash them to kill them. Kind of like the blocking guys do now, but it only happens if they're dashing at you. And if they're standing still when you hit them, then they just die. So the idea is you're trying to time it so that you're always hitting them when they're standing still. So it occurred to me, what if I just make it so the second enemy in this act is the inversion of those guys? So now you intentionally want to hit them when they're coming at you to parry them, and that's what makes them vulnerable to be killed. And if you try to attack them while they're standing still, they dodge away from you. Yeah. So it's like almost the same exact idea, but the reverse. And so it takes a little bit of timing. I guess I'll just show I've roughly, put his behavior in. I've implemented this. Now, mind you, this is heavily in need of balancing. He's incredibly difficult right now, but as you can see, like, you miss like every time. I think I need to, kind of like how in the with the original enemy type, their standing still interval is longer than them dashing, obviously, because dashing is like super fast. So I think I'm gonna have to like significantly shorten that interval to make this more balanced, because right now it's like the timing, you have to be like perfectly right, and they dash infrequently enough that it's kind of hard to pull off. It's really hard to pull off. And with the pace of the game, you obviously want to have lots of opportunities to hit this guy. Now, what you can do, though... Okay, so I need to fix that. My idea with... I was going to add a thing where, like, if you dodge, though, they'll also dodge out of the way. But then, if you go to attack them immediately after that, they'll dash towards you and they will clash with you. They'll parry like they normally do. So technically, it's like you'll be able to use the dodge to force them to attack you. So I still need to implement that, but yeah, they're basic behaviors where you can see he already dodges you if you try to come for him like that. Oh, see, I almost had him there. Oh. So yeah, still got to play around with this, but I'm pretty happy with the design of it. I think it'll work well. And I will need to experiment with having these guys together with like the other guys. It's gonna be whack. Alright, anyway. So I'm happy with that. Yeah. I was just going to say, I was thinking today that I've been going through a rough time recently, this past week or two. It's crazy how quickly I went from, like, best routine I've had in a long time to to the worst. And I feel like... I was thinking today that it feels almost like I'm just doomed to be going through these ups and downs and cycles of addiction or vices or whatever you want to call it. And I was thinking, what if the solution is to just let go and accept that that's how I am and that's what I go through, and not worry so much about trying to be, a perfectionist about everything all the time, all that like self-help style way of thinking, the constant, I gotta do this, I gotta be better at this, I gotta be better at that. Like, what if I just accept this is just how I am and let the pressure get off me? But at the same time, there's just this inner thing inside of me that tells me that I'm capable of so much more, and that I want to be better. I have to be better if I want to achieve what I want, achieve all my aspirations. So I feel like even if I try to like sit back and relax and just accept myself for the way that I am right now, there's still always this inner tension that pulls me away I don't know, I guess that's the balancing act. I suppose sometimes I guess I fall into these vice cycles when I'm anxious about the future, maybe. And then that inner voice inside me pulls me out in the opposite direction, being like, you gotta be better than this. But hey, regardless, I'm still getting my work done. Shit's dope. So, I don't know. I guess this is a messy part of the process. I'll see what happens. Alright, that's it for tonight. Peace out.